Hello gamers, welcome. I have recently seen Festival of Combat EU tournament, and the finals of this tourney between Space Ranger and Yos were absolutely fantastic. It was essentially art of counterpicking and high-level individual play. So yeah, I thought I'm gonna share it with you, because these two players played out of their mind, and that was just an amazing show.
Snowy Outpost, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin.
And remember, the winner for the first round gets to pick the map. So Space Ranger got to pick the map now, and then it will be the loser will be able to pick the map from each match afterward.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And both of these players have been shown that they prefer different aspects to their maps.
Oh, he tried jumping.
Yeah. Yeah, Space Ranger is really preferring the much smaller size of this. I do think Yas is on a Faith build, because that was fire damage coming from this Flame Art Shamshir. Kind of interesting choice to go for Flame Art Flaming Strike Shamshir. Man, Yas ate a lot of damage trying to get that Flaming Strike off. Finally managed to get one, but was it worth it? Yas is all the way, oh my god!
This is brutal,
50
man.
health. Slowly regenerating,
man.
gets onto his red feathered brand sword.
Well, that was
off by the R1
1 minute,
match.
1 minute match. Starfist are just really oppressive. It's just the damage is so fast, you can't see some of the hits. If you make a mistake, you're punished so hard for it. More than I would say probably any other weapon. I don't know what else really would punish you with that type of speed and damage. And then you lose position, and then you're freaking out because they're so close. It's like it's an avalanche of terror.
It definitely takes a lot of composure to play well against Starfist, so we'll see if Yas can gain that composure here for this second match. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. As a bolt comes down, both of our players are going to get physicked up. Out comes the Sacred Blade on. Yas has switched back to the S-Stock. That Sacred Blade S-Stock.
Yeah. And what is the second R1? What's the poise limit on that?
71 is the amount of poise that you need to tank it. Which Space Ranger should have. He's actually probably got a little bit more. And his armor is, for the most part, just optimal defense. Yeah, a little bit of an interesting interaction there. Space gets his talismans swapped. I do believe either the overlay, some aspect of the overlay is currently flipped around.
Oh, okay, I gotcha, yeah. There we go.
There we go. All right, perfect. See a little bit of trading back and forth. Space is currently working out a lead, and quite a sizable one at that. Although I think they actually just lost a pretty significant chunk of that lead with that talisman swap. They had a lot more health than their current maximum is now, and they have eaten a lot of damage from that thrusting sword keep out. Down at 700 health. Does still have his tier, but is getting very close to having it popped. Manages to land a lot of damage, off of Yas there. Making it a lot closer than it was previously.
Wow, that second R1 hit from that range. That's great.
Yeah, and there's so much back and forth right now.
Still tears on both sides. That R2 could have been the equalizer.
Space goes for the R2, does not land it. Yas is down in health, but does still have the bubble tier. Caught in the corner against Starfist. That is not good.
I don't know how they got
Goes
out.
for the rolling attack. It takes off the wall, but I do believe that landed on Space.
Yes, R2 hit the Scud missile.
Oh man, a lot of R1 mash. Yeah, doesn't do poise damage, but it does do damage.
Oh my god, that R2 is banning.
And a beautiful whiff punish on that jump attack.
A Space Ranger went for double R2 there and almost stole that victory right there. The damage, R2 damage, please ban it. Put it in the ban list.
All right, now back to Snowy Outpost. I'm guessing we haven't seen like a map counter picking be as prevalent of a thing. I don't think ever before.
I think you're right. This is literally the only time I've really ever seen it.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Here we go. Now we'll see another. Oh, what claw?
Raptor Talons coming out on the side of Yas.
Whoa!
And right away, there's the combo. Goes for the charged
get him.
R2. Manages to land the follow-up R2, the second one. Oh,
Now
man.
these have
And
inherent bleed, but
they
it's
do.
not a bleed build.
Oh,
my goodness,
beautiful usage
what
of that
the heck?
super armor. Oh my god. Effect
Whoa!
6360.
What? 25
Holy
seconds.
shit.
25-second match.
Here's the thing. The charged attack on these Raptor Talons is actually, in that attack, you are completely immune to... Actually, well, he interrupted it. Didn't even trade. That was crazy.
Wow.
But you are completely immune to your 1 in 8 stun. It's the same as like two-handed scythe attacks and stuff like that. I thought that was really smart use of the charged attack by Yas. Maybe an interaction that Space wasn't familiar with. But no, it was just Yas was too fast. We'll see how Space is able to adapt to this. You can kind of counter these Raptor Talons with a ridiculous amount of poise. We'll see if Space is actually able to achieve it. I think it's like 125 poise to effectively counter Raptor Talons, which is ridiculous. But we do see Yas on full goats, so here's evidence that it is achievable. Looks like they're going to be staying on Snowy Outpost, and they're both ready in their respective sides of the arena. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin.
So would you bet that he... No, because he's not using Bull Goat Talisman, so he can't, right? He can't get even close to 125.
Yeah, no, he most definitely is not. I don't think there is like another breakpoint below 125. And the main thing about 125 is that it gives you a few extra frames to react to the R2. So it is very, very useful. Gives you extra time to roll out.
Oh, there it is.
Beautiful use of the charged R2.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I was
that
talking
damage
about.
is wild.
And, oh my
What is
God.
happening?
Yas trying to use the root motion on that charged R2 to try and catch Space running away. Space did manage to space it a little bit there. Out comes the flaming strike.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Space is down incredibly low.
No
rolls
way!
right into the charged attack. Man, Yas is going for
cannot believe-
so many of these R2s. Space is alive, just surviving by the skin of his teeth. And
That's
he's finished
it.
off by the
And we're going for a
R2
reset,
there.
ladies and
We are
gentlemen.
going for the reset. Yas is able to force the reset. I am curious to see if we might see like a straight up build swap from Space Ranger here.
Are you allowed
because
to do that in this
I
format?
believe you can between the original Grand Finals and the Grand Finals reset because they're
I
considered
see.
2 separate matches. You
I
can swap
gotcha.
between
Yeah, that
matches,
makes
just not
sense.
between sets in a match. He's currently rocking like 23 end, so not anywhere near able to achieve the poise necessary to combat these.
Yeah, man.
But it looks like both of our players are ready in World on Snowy Outpost, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Let us begin.
All right,
We
they're
do
both
see-
losers now. L's. They
Yes,
both took
they
their L's.
are. We do see more poise on the side of Space. And it looks like because of that, Yas is choosing to stick with that two-handed S-Stock. Even on this map, maybe because Space Ranger is not... Oh, but there they are. There's the Starfists. Was Space
Now,
on
can
Shamshir to
Yas-
start? Is this Shamfist?
Is he? Did he pull a swerve? Did he trick him? Did he expect the claws to come out? Can Yaz bring the claws back out on this build? Is it the same build exactly with everything?
This appears to be the same, faith build that Yas has been running over the course of this tournament.
There they
and out
are.
comes the
There
Raptors.
they
Talons.
are. And look,
Space Ranger
was
does-
scared.
Yeah, and Space Ranger made the swap to Bull Goat. He was trying to generate a little bit of space in order to do that.
Oh, I see.
So he should have enough poise.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's-
huge
wow,
Sacred Blade
blasted.
coming out from Yas there.
That's interesting.
Oh my
You
God.
can't
He's
see
trying to-
if you put on Bull Goat. You can't see it, right? Like when
Yeah,
someone
no, Bull Goat
changes
does
it.
not have a visual effect.
Okay, so that's really impressive that Yaz would switch back.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm assuming Yas like just
Oh, the
knew
blend.
that he would put on Bulgoat Talisman. Oh, but man, out comes the Serpent Hunter from Space Ranger here, and is definitely making back a lot of this damage. We've actually got an advantage over Yas right now, just because Yas does not have his Crimson Bubble Tier, and Space Ranger does. Yas counterpicking the counterpick with fists into the Serpent Hunter.
Well, yeah, my mind is like melting right now.
Both of these players, I think both of these players really want this. They're very competitive.
Now, why Starfist over the claws? But just there's a lot of knowledge checking here, I feel like.
Yeah, I would say Starfists are generally more reliable than Raptor Talons.
Out of the air. Oh, that's...
Yeah, caught out of the air by that Serpent Hunter.
Coming from people who didn't jump, and for a Space Ranger to split second decide to aim up to get the anti-air, you know someone's played the game a lot and knows these weapons when they do that. Like that's really, really impressive play.
Yeah, no, really fantastic play from both of these guys, honestly. I'm really curious to see like how this continues to evolve. It hasn't really felt like the same fights have been happening. You know, these guys keep changing setups. They keep changing maps. Like they are very clearly like pretty closely matched, and they are trying anything that they can to try and, you know, get an advantage over the other. Both of our players are going to be ready in world, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and the bolt is down. Let's begin.
All right. See, for me, what is the damage here? Well, okay, he swapped. Never mind.
Oh man, we saw actually. Look at the full armor swap from Yas. Yas started that on full Lionels. Oh my God, back to Lionels. This is crazy. Like... This is hilarious. I did the back to the bull.
This is come on, guys. Somebody fight. Bro, just to get like God. 2 more damage. It's like, that's like, come on.
All of his armor to try and be like the optimal absorption type. Like full Lionels into Shunter, and then full Goats into Fists. Oh my God. Oh, nice straight. He got the hit, manages to land. Yeah, the backstab whiff. That was crazy.
That was almost amazing. I can't.
Oh, out comes the Raptor Talons.
Wow. This is...
Ooh, he's gonna try and find opportunities to finish off Space Ranger with those crazy R2s.
Was he gonna try to parry? Why was he one-handed?
I don't know, maybe accident. It's a really great question. Hard to tell what's going on in the minds of these people.
Oh man, this is... Wow, Yas is doing incredibly well not getting hit by it.
Yeah, that was a good job of rolling those fast pokes there.
Wow. Oh my goodness, 4 in a row.
Vortex now.
Oh. That was 4 in a row to bring Space Ranger back.
Absolutely.
Hyper armor.
Out comes the two-handed thrusting sword mash.
Yeah.
To finish.
He was down too low.
Space. We see a little bit of a swap back to Snowy Outpost, so maybe we'll see more Raptor Talons from Yas. Either way, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right.
Alrighty, out comes the Frostpot to punish the Sacred Blade. It'll only phantom hits.
Will claws come out? What do you think?
I have to imagine that they will. He's got him. He's got him on his waist.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, he's got him at the ready, but he is gonna start with that two-handed thrusting sword. Maybe bait space into thinking he doesn't need that Bulgo Talisman.
I see. Oh man, the mind games. You gotta love the mind games.
So much mind. God, so many mind games. Oh, beautiful backstab from Yas there.
Stab City. Oh.
Ooh,
he thought about it. He thought about the claws.
Was pondering it. Oh, another beautiful straight backstab.
Wow, and that's it? I mean, Yas, if Yas wins again, Yas came back.
That is correct.
And
We'll
they're
see if
staying
he's
on this
able-
map.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to close this out. If he's able to have crawled his way out from the loser's bracket. We will find out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay. Can Yas pull this one out? Oh, and
Sacred
already
Blade right
blasted.
to the face.
Oh, that R2 could have equalized quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right away with the aggression from Space Ranger, taking a pretty significant chunk of health off of Yas there. Both of them have swapped onto their regen, are slowly getting back to full health. Out comes the Flame of the Red Mains. Yas lands a rolling attack, but rolling into Starfists is usually not a beneficial play, and ends up being put at a pretty sizable health disadvantage for it. Although both of these players are still relatively close. Yep, here comes the claws. Back to the thrusting sword. Tries to backstab.
Wow.
Man, Space Ranger goes for the R2.
He could have had
not
to
land
land
it.
it. He didn't want to go for it though.
Yeah, was maybe fearing the backstab whiff into those claws. Man, Space is going for a lot of these R2s, and Yas does not have that much health. It's all the way down to 1,300. Down to 900 after eating a lot of damage from that R2 there. Even through full bull goats, that is doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, the hydrogen bomb came down on him.
Out comes the running R2 from Yas there, trying to equalize it a little bit. He's got to be cautious of Space Ranger trying to strafe him. That move is strafable.
Yeah, this is interesting. Oh, man. I was going to say earlier over-under on 2-minute time, but it looks like it's probably going to be over.
It is more than likely going to be over, but you never know. Space Ranger has definitely got the opportunity to finish this off really, really fast.
I actually would like him to go back to the claws here. I mean, even though he can't trade, still just that threat of the R2 might make Space Ranger stay back a little bit.
It could be the play, but for now, Yas is seeming to be pretty comfortable on that two-handed
Oh,
S-Stock.
that spacing!
Beautiful spacing, yeah.
Tears proc.
Yas gets his, tear popped. Space Ranger is very close to getting his popped. Yas is down to his last 900 health. Space Ranger now extremely close to having his tear popped.
Very close. Yas is actually getting a couple procs with Swaddling Cloth with that, which is fascinating. Oh, did he have a shield? What is he doing?
That was going to be a parry. There was about to be a parry attempt there, and now we see the Starfist mirror as both of our players at about 550 health.
That R2!
Oh my god.
What is happening? I can't.
Yas was going for the tier skip, managed to pop Space's tier.
Wow.
And now Space is down to his last
R2
400
spam.
health, and Yas is down to his last 278, 14 health.
Running attack is brutal. It's so brutal here.
Oh my god, yeah. In this scenario, you really don't want to have 14
Red
health
feather.
against
He's got a red
Starfist.
feather. He has blue feather.
Oh,
There it is. There's red feather. There it is.
Yeah, there's the red feather. The Scorpion Charm. He's going to try and finish him off. Oh!
The running attack! Oh, man, that was close.
Almost.
Oh,
that
was close.
Incredibly close fight.
We do have a map switch here. Space Ranger, Yas. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. For all the marbles, for all the money, for all the glory in the Festival of Combat EU Minor. Take it away.
We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Bolt is down. Let's go. Out comes Glintstone Scraps.
He's feeling scrappy.
Another one.
Many a scrap.
Another one.
He's just going. Oh, man.
I'm feeling like DJ Khaled. Out comes the Sacred Blade on the S-Stock. Space Ranger tries to punish with a running R1, but Yas is able to swap talismans, get back to full back on his ritual sword and shield. More Glintstone Scraps. That is not easy to say. I should stop using it, so I have to stop saying Glintstone Scraps.
You just call it G Scraps.
I could call it G Scraps. I could call them Scraps. I could call it that blue shit.
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
Ooh, beautiful
Yaz down a little
running
bit.
R1, catching at the very tip there.
Yaz has no
Using
hits
R2.
registered, right?
Correct. I don't believe Yas has hit Space at all, because Space hasn't
there it
touched
is.
the regen yet, I don't believe. But yeah, manages to chip just a little bit of health off of Space. Space swaps to his other absorption talisman.
Wait, what is that talisman? The one
That
on
is
the left?
Pearl Drake. Maybe he is cognizant of the fact that Yas has kind of been swapping between Sacred and fire damage infusions.
Oh, that's the one that does all of them?
Yeah, I have to wonder
Okay.
though if like Sacred and Pearl Drake or Halig and Pearl Drake is better than Halig Drake and Dragon Crest in this scenario where Yas is using a weapon that is split holy and physical.
Yeah.
But I am sure Space has done more build crafting than me and knows shit that I don't. Space
Yeah.
really trying to get that pressure in, but Yas doing a fantastic job with his rolls there. Ooh, not such a fantastic roll there. Gets caught at the very end by that. Yas
The
going for a lot
spam.
of block and move canceled R1s, try to keep priority with that two-handed thrusting sword, trying to get that poise break every time. Both of our players do still
scary.
have their tiers, but Space is sitting with a nice 900 HP lead. Of course, both of our players definitely could close that very, very quickly here.
Oh,
Yas
the
gets his
proc.
bubble tier popped. Oh man, and is unfortunately not quite able to roll all of these running R1s. And ooh, Space Ranger with an amazing match there, able to keep priority with that second R1. And Yas is all the way down into Blue Feather range.
Oh, it's getting close.
It is getting very, very
Space
close.
Ranger's
Will we see
getting
the
very far
swap?
ahead, and that's it.
I think Yas is trying to swap to a parry. There was going to be a parry swap there
Could
to
you
win
imagine?
the tournament. But
Could
Space
you
Ranger
imagine?
was able to take it.
Wow. Space Ranger, congratulations. Yaz coming back. I mean, they fought each other 14 times.
That was crazy.
Best of 14, ladies and gentlemen. That's the new meta. Best of 14. What is the absorption on PvP with those Drake talismans? It's like minuscule, isn't it?
I think it's like 4% for Halig Drake and then like 2% for the Pearl Drake.
It just shows you like what they're doing here to try to win. It really is down to like the tiniest minute details to get the just a little bit more HP because of how evenly matched these players are. It's crazy.